I've said in the show all year, take Clifford out and they're bang average, right? And I really, really still insist that that is the case, right? I think they've got some brilliant, brilliant footballers, but I'm talking about separating that real elite level, to those top two or three teams. And I think if you were to take Clifford out of Kerry, Kerry come back to the middle bunch of top 8 teams in the country that I would call the likes. Kerry would come back to the likes of your Armaghs, your Tyrones very, very quickly, and very, very quickly if you were to take David Clifford out of that team. He's a superstar. He's a wonderful footballer. I think some of the criticism that's been levelled at him over the last few days has been absolutely embarrassing. He's the captain of the county. He's a young man. They had a terrible bereavement this year as well in their family as well, the tragic loss of his mother. He's carrying the burden and the weight of a county on his shoulders. And to question some of the stuff that's been fired at him over the last few days has been absolutely appalling, and to be honest with you, absolutely appalling. Even the stuff, I don't know, we joked about it at the start about Paul Flynn, but to be talking about getting smoked and using language like he was smoked, what a load of bullshit. The man is an absolute superstar in the GA. For me, David Clifford is the best marketing tool in the GA that we have, right? So I'm going to give you a prime example. And today in my school here in Newry, St. Joseph's, we ran a little coaching camp, right? And we had Amy Mackin in, who's one of the top lady footballers in the country, Armagh. We had McGeary in, who was Football of the Year a few years ago. With Mark Doran, who was coaching Clare this year. We had all them in coaching the youngsters. First question you said to any young player, name me a top player in the country. And the first answer they'll give you back is David Clifford. What's so good about him? He can kick off both feet, Stevie. What's brilliant about it? He is actually inspiring a completely new generation of Gaelic footballer. He is the best marketing tool we have, and it was an absolute sin when you think that RTE had Kerry, the All-Ireland champions, on their television once this year, when we have a proper modern-day GA superstar. He's not on social media. He doesn't crave media attention. He's got a partner. He's got a child. He's a good guy. He seems to have a real good way about himself. I just think he's an unbelievable talent, and I think he's a fantastic role model, and he's a superstar for these young people coming through at the minute,
Yeah, look, it's like when when someone's at the top, Stevie, people just love to bring that person back down. As simple as that. And look, he's incredibly high standards. And look, I suppose I will say this: Dublin did a very good job of starving him possession. And I know as a corner forward, he's probably thinking, when he got on that ball, especially in the second half, he was trying to force things in terms of taking shots that he probably, for him, they're probably still a high potential shot, but they're still a very difficult shot. But look, Dublin did a really good job of starving him with the ball, and he was trying to, when he got on the ball, then obviously he was trying to force things just a wee bit, and even the goal, Goff called it back for a free, but he blasted wide, and even for him, that usually that's not his composure. He's much more composed usually in them situations. So I look at it as a collective. Look, Fitz did a good job on him, but let's not kid ourselves here. It was as a collective, rotational sweepers coming back, minding the house.
But outside of Mannion and Cluxton, for me, there wasn't really a mad amount of standout performances in the final. No. Nobody really played that well. It was a defender's dream. It was a real dogged game. It wasn't a day for classy forwards. Whereas last year, on a beautiful sunny day in Croke Park, we kicked 10, 11 points against Galway. Shane Walsh kicked 9. It was a forwards day last year. It was a defender's day this year, and that's the way it is. That's football.
100%.